Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel for this episode 8 on Calmsden Farm with me, Farmer Murphy. Well, this is the second attempt at this episode. I had a little technical glitch with my microphone on the second one, and I'd already done a game save, so you missed a little bit, but all it was that I had completed 2 spraying contracts this morning. They equaled out to about 40,000, or yes, sorry, about 40,000, just a tick over. And I picked up 2 other ones. Oh, I see now a fertilizer one's showing up too. So our money has gone up to 101, so I don't think we'll have to borrow any to put this in. So that's good news. Now I did get all the stumps out of here last night. Hopefully I did anyways, and all the logs picked up, so we're good to go. And other than my failed attempt where I had got a start, I haven't actually done, I didn't do a trial run, so we're kind of doing this live first time. This is the point where I said I'd do a save game, which I did, and then a little while later I had a little issue. So we have a save game with nothing in here, so if things don't work out, I can go back and straighten things out offline. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to get everything placed in here. We need to go to construction and production. Now these actually are all going to be, all these mods are Omatana mods. And they didn't all necessarily come out in a pack either. They're some of them are individual mods. So, but as it turns out, that's the case. Now, and the neat thing about these is she has made different versions. So you've got stone buildings or American style buildings. So that's pretty neat. You can always find something that fits on your farm. Now this one is the shop or where we're going to sell, or the sell point, and where our customers come to purchase their products that they want from the farm. So we need to put this in because the production building makes some unique productions that we wouldn't be able to sell otherwise. So I would say something like that should work pretty good. And I think we'll turn this into a parking area here for our customers. So the next thing we're going to do is we'll put the actual production point in. Now if we have enough room, Omatana also has, is that it? Yeah, the extended grain mill. I wouldn't mind putting that on the map, simply because it will do corn in addition to all the standard, but along with the flour it makes pig food, and we could use pig food. So if we've got enough room, we might stick that in here. If that isn't the one we are looking for, and that was a separate mod by Omatana. Here they are. Here's the farm productions. Like I say, they can come in different styles, but we want the brick. That's what kind of sits with what we're doing. Now, quite sure how to orient this with kind of in line with the road there. This is kind of where we were when things went south. I think something like that'll work, because we need access to the back, and we can make some parking in the front for the folks that work there, so that should work good. All right. Now the other ones are under greenhouses, but they're open air gardens. As you can see, they're pretty cheap. The interesting thing about these is, in addition to the standard 3, the products you can make with your greenhouses, you can make potatoes and sunflowers as well. And we can deliver those to our production facility and make some different items with those. So, and we want to put in 5 of these. We'll start here. I guess we should kind of, I think we'll back it up kind of sort of close to the trees, kind of line it up with the trees, I guess. So there's 1, 2, 2, 3. Well, let's put one here. I'm assuming those. Well, actually, you know what? If we just make sense that they'd be kind of in line with each other. Oh, it's pretty close. So we can put. Oh, now we need to make sure there's room to get in there too. So something like that. Let's say. There's 2. That would work right there. 4. I think we needed to put 2 in here. Yeah, I think we're going to have to... Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I'm going to have to take that one out and squeeze 2 in there if we want to get 5. Only cost us 1,000, so that's not too bad. But we have to have the triggers the other way, so we'll just make sure they're kind of lined up. I know I've said many times that I wish there was a fine adjust on that, so we could. It's probably as close as we're going to get it. So I think we need to put 1. Now, where's that trigger? Oh, it's coming out there. Okay. Oh, that should work. And the other one up here like that. Now I'll have to do a little landscaping and fix that up, but that's no problem. There we go. So now we have our 5 open air gardens. Now they take, just like the other ones, they take water, manure, or solid fertilizer and seed. And they double up the productions as well. But the trigger point is right here on these, where the other ones, it's at each end. But everything's triggered right here in the middle. Yeah. Well. Now I guess I'm going to have to do some landscaping here, obviously, and fix up these patches. I didn't do that because I didn't know how many of these ones were going to get a little deer scampering by. Ooh, that is a little tight there. Yeah. Oh, look, the rain stopped. But I don't think there's much else we could have done. Alright, so now we've got lots to do. The rain has stopped. I had a baling contract and a couple spraying contracts I can get on. The baling contract was for hay. I don't think we really need to keep any of that, so we'll sell that on. So I need to bring water up here, seed and fertilizer and or manure. We have the manure, so I'll use that. And we have some fertilizer we've made in our dryer. I'll use that up. I'll kind of just divide it and amongst them. Seed we probably won't fill up. I'll probably just put a couple bags in each because that's going to be our biggest cost, is putting all that seed in, and we'll just have to kind of build that up. But a little bit of seed goes a long way in these. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that, I think. I don't think there's any need to redo that. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna do some other landscaping in here, maybe put some other stuff in, but I'll do that at a later date. The main thing is I wanted to get in and start making cheese in our factory from our milk. That's was the key one. So, what else do we need to do today? We need to do the animals today. We haven't. If we take a look at those. They're still in the green, but it is time that we, feed them up. So I need to do that. And actually, I think that's what I'm going to do next and get that taken care of. So I'll just do that off camera. You've seen that a lot. So I will bring you back in once I get the critters looked after. Well, I'm back up here at our farm shop. I bought our first product to put in, and that's a load of milk. I took care of all the animals. One thing, for some reason, the food trough for the sheep didn't completely fill. I ended up bringing a partial bale back, so at some point I'll run that partial bale up there and see if I can get that topped off. Cows are all full except the total mixed ration. 120 is the top, so it wouldn't quite take another full load. So I just left it at that. But we're in good shape there. So let's deliver this milk and we'll turn that production on. I checked, we have just a tick over 10,000 liters of manure that we can use. Now it doesn't matter whether you use manure or fertilizer. There's no advantage or disadvantage to the other, just whatever you prefer to use. So let's go into our productions here and turn on cheese. So we can get that running. Cheese sells pretty good. Typically, let's go take a look and see what it's selling for on this map. Yeah, a little over 3,000 a liter. Yeah, that's worth doing. Now, if we go back in, what do we have in our production for fertilizer? Ripping down here should be. It's going to be at the bottom. Oh no, I guess it's in the order you put them in. So that means it'll be just above this. There it is. So just over 15, and we have 10 manure, so it's 25, 5 by 5, 5,000 each. So I think that's the next chore I'll start working on. Oh, the other thing is I'm going to put a water point up here someplace too. I don't want to pack all water all the way up from the farm, so I'll put that in. And seeing as I've got this trailer here, I'll deliver water to all of these, so I'll get that done first. Then I'll start hauling in manure and fertilizer, and then of course seed. We can get those turned on, but I wanted to get this cheese going, so I'll get a water point in and start pumping water into these, and I'll bring you back in when we get that done. Okay, I'm tipping the last of our water in here. Each one of these took 20,000 liters, so that's 2.5 trailer loads. That took a little time. And I actually did delete them and put them back in. I had to move them ahead a little bit. I had them a little too close to the trees, so our money's gone down a little bit because I had to do that. So that's that done. I forgot to mention that the update for the map did come out. I looked through the changelog. I don't think there's anything that's really going to bother us other than that we won't be able to do the new crop type linseed. So I don't think we'll bother updating the map, and we'll just carry on. Anyways, I will take care of the manure next. So when I get that just about done, I'll bring you back in. Talk to you in a bit. So I'm just tipping in the manure. I put 5,000 of manure in each of these first couple. Didn't fill it very far though, but it's in the green. Although I did look at the recipes, and it seems like it uses, the way I read it, manure a little faster than solid fertilizer. So we might have been better off to do all solid fertilizer. But anyways, we'll take a closer look at that when we turn on or activate everything. I'll carry on here. We'll go get our solid fertilizer and throw that in. Catch up with you in a minute. This is the last of the fertilizer. So that just leaves seed, and we can get these bad boys going. Alright, I'll get the seed and be right back. Well, here's the last seed going in here. Alright, let me just park this over here out of the way. and we'll get these activated. Start at the top here. Might as well do tomatoes. What this one's got solid fertilizer. You notice it only takes one fertilizer. And 5,000 liters filled it halfway. So tomato seeds and solid. So I'll turn that on. Next one is we'll do lettuce. So lettuce seeds and yeah, solid. Strawberries next, and it's manure. So we need strawberries and manure. And you see it takes 5 manure, and 5,000 liters of manure didn't fill it up nearly as far. So I think I didn't realize that the recipes were slightly different. So going forward, we'll use our manure to create digestate, and we'll just do everything with solid fertilizer out of our dryer. So we'll let these guys use this up, and then we'll move on from there. So sunflowers here is solid fertilizer, so turn that one on, and the last one will be potatoes. And it's the last manure one. It's potatoes and manure. There we go. Stuff's happening. I don't know if I mentioned. Wow, those grew up in a hurry. But in the wintertime, there is tops that go over this so that we can grow these vegetables all year round. Just in the summer they're open. Nice. Alright. Well, as you can see, we're down quite a bit, but we didn't have to borrow anything. But I knew like that seed was pretty pricey. And I know they're not, they're far from being full, but that'll keep them going for quite a while. And as we make fertilizer, when we get a good size load, I'll bring it down and get them topped up. And when we get some money, we'll throw more seed at it. But that seed lasts quite a while. So what I'm going to do next, guys, is I am going to work on these contracts to get as much money as I can. We need to get our corn in. It needs to either happen today or tomorrow, and I think we'll do that tomorrow in game, or game day, I should say. I'm going to go ahead and work on those contracts now for the rest of this day, because we are going to have to borrow money to get a planter, or else we're going to have to lease one. I haven't decided yet, but we'll see how much I can make from these contracts, and we'll go from there. So I will likely not see you until tomorrow unless something interesting happens. So catch up with you then. Well, we've come to the end of the day here on Calmsden. Our money has gone up. I completed those 3 contracts that you saw, plus one additional, so I ended up doing 2 spraying, 2 fertilizing, and the baling contracts. And those baling contracts actually are pretty lucrative. I got an additional $12,000 for the excess bales that were on the field, plus the 22. So that was like a almost $35,000 contract. So they are a little time consuming, but they're some of the best paying contracts now, since they've kind of adjusted the leftover crop from the harvesting. But as you can see, we're up here with the chickens. And the reason for that was when I came up this morning and filled up the food trough, we didn't even have a complete pallet of eggs yet at that time. As you can see, we do now, but we've had the chickens in for some time. But what I had been doing is I had 50 chickens in the pen that reproduced and were offset by some time, and I'd let the pen fill up, and then I'd sell the oldest 25 when the other ones got close to reproduction. I did that a couple times. And I'm going to stop doing that. I'm just going to let the pen fill up, and we're just going to focus on eggs. The reason being is I think we might try and make a cake here eventually. We've got everything but the sugar, I think, and we're going to need sugar beets to make our pig food, so we'll have some of that. So I thought, why not? I actually have not done that yet in FS22, and we've got just about everything we need. So I'm going to focus on eggs. So I'm just going to let the pen fill up, stop selling off the the chicks, or well, not really chicks. I don't know what you call them. They're not quite full grown, but we'll just call them adolescent chickens. How's that? Anyway, but I checked our recording time, and I was surprised to find out that we'd used it all up messing around with that farm shop. So I hope you didn't find that too boring. Um, we still have work to do, but the shop, for customers isn't officially open. We haven't produced anything yet to sell, so hopefully I'll get enough money ahead that we can get that tidied up. But anyways, we should have enough money tomorrow morning. We'll look at a planter, and maybe another contract or two will pop up that I can do early first thing in the morning, but we need to get our corn in. But I think we're going to have to call that an episode here on Calmsden today. So if you're still with me, I really appreciate it, and thanks for watching. If you found this entertaining and informative, I encourage you to hit the like and subscribe button. And if you want to see when other content like this lands, hit the notification bell. But for this episode, we'll call it a wrap. And until next time, it's Farmer Murphy signing out.